This is Rogue Radio.
The hypocrisy in religion is that we are allowing, there should be some fundamentals in religion. There should be some fundamentals, unless there's a new thinking that has come up that is a superior thinking. And you can't tell me there's a superior thinking right now. There's no superior thinking, because all I'm seeing around is just abomination. Even these countries that are Muslim, and now they are allowing some of these influences from other countries to come in. Look at what is happening. It's total nonsense. That's why in Afghanistan, when the US left Afghanistan, these guys had to do a quick reset, bro. They were like, hey, we've had this nonsense here and it's not working for us. For us, how this society works is like this and like that. Anything else doesn't work. Right now we are seeing that women raising children by themselves doesn't work. So maybe we don't know the way we think we do. Because right now we're the most educated than we've ever been. How can we be the most educated yet we're the most stupid? Means that education probably is not working. Because we keep talking about 2-3 generations ago they were living a better life. They were. Even the women were living a better life. But now here we are in this day and age saying that what we are doing is not working. It's not. So even Islam seems to have been a better religion then than it is now. Same thing with Christianity. Christianity, when was it? Maybe if George is awake, you can remind me. But this charismatic nonsense has just started the other day. It wasn't there.
There's a new wave that came in the very early 90s.
With all this tithe teaching and all that nonsense, right? Prosperity gospel.
And it coincided with the opening of the airwaves in the Kenya telecommunication, where we had more than one TV station that could broadcast all this nonsense, and they needed some noise to fill in the airwaves, including the new radios that were coming up. But there was no room for it when there was only VOK that distributed information, or when KBS was communicating information. So when they had KTN, now KTN was hooked 70% of the time to CNN. And now that opened up the Western world to the culture. And then they started bringing TBN inside KTN. And now TBN is the one that introduced us to, what's the Jewish guy in Florida? Benahin. And then Creflo, and then
Thomas Dexter,
TDJX, and then once, and Paula White. And slowly by slowly, the Kenyan pastors now started aping the gimmicks that they saw in Benin. And all of a sudden now, Pius Moiro becomes the king of the evangelical gimmicks in his church. And it becomes a thing. And we all fall into it. And now there is Margaret Wajiro on the other side of town trying to replicate the same thing. And it's all gimmick after gimmick after gimmick. And now it's so mainstream. It's so mainstream. It's been you when I point it out. Imagine that. That all these religions, these evangelicals, were all rooted in gimmicks of brainwashing people into believing there is a human being who has the power to heal you from a disease or to get you out of poverty.
Or
miraculously.
Or who is talking to God directly.
Miraculously.
Yes.
No medical research needed. Seriously.
Yeah.
Imagine how far deep you can go to rubbish medical research in a whole swath of population of more than 1 billion people. And you can be prayed for to pass an exam. No studying required. You can be prayed for to get a promotion at work. No effort needed.
To win the elections, bro.
And now it's so mainstream. Going back now to the root of it is agitating people. Because that's all you believe. That's all you know. But you have to step way back to get a better perspective of where it started and what was the intent of it. And I think that's the same thing if you flip the page and you are pointing out to these modern day Muslims that their way of life, as they want to put it, is being eroded by the infiltration of the women whom 2 generations ago were not even allowed to have a say of that way of life, of the Muslim life. Now they are dictating the age of the woman to get married. They are dictating the level of education of the woman to get married. But they don't know it. My interpretation of what I've said is agitating them because that's not what they see. The same way the Christian lifestyle has been so eroded that pointing out at the gimmick and the hypocrisy and the lies in it agitates you because they anticipated it and gave you a weapon to say, do not speak ill of the anointed one of God.
Yeah. And
it's all in the gimmick. It's all in the brainwashing. So you have to completely step way back for you to see it as what it is.
Just imagine that. Imagine we have, there's a time it used to be attractive. Christianity, Islam, they were attractive religions because they stood for something. Right now they stand, in fact, not only do they stand for nothing, they are being used for manipulation. It was not manipulative. It was everybody. Let me teach you the secret. I have found this good thing, and I want to teach you this good thing. Or I want to introduce you into it that at least you do enjoy what I'm enjoying. But right now, when our brothers and sisters are growing up, they're looking at us saying, "You hypocrites, you fake ass motherfuckers. You're going to tell me that you're a Christian, yet I see your life has not a single shred of Christianity." I remember once I told my mother was trying to tell her something about my dad. And I was like, hey, mom, hold up. Why are you telling me this about my own dad? Yet the Bible tells me that you, as his wife, should respect him. So some of these things that you're saying and doing, because she was training my sisters, that when my dad comes home, that nobody's supposed to cook for him. Everybody's supposed to ignore him. In fact, not just ignore him, run to your bedrooms and disappear from his sight. So take away the joy of him having a family. So I asked her, why are you doing this? This is wrong. And this time, let me tell you, I had moved out of that house. So at that point, I was able to look away. To look from a distance. Like what George just mentioned. I was able to look from a distance and say, hey, this is not right. But while I was in it, I couldn't see it because there was too much noise. But for a second there, I told her, why are you telling me to be a Christian, yet you are not practicing Christianity? And this is what is going to happen to Islam. You guys are going to lose the game, and before long, you know it, you're all going to be turned against your own religions. And then you start using words like mature. Have you heard the men here using the word mature? I want a mature man. Do you know what Pornhub in Oman, what you guys are looking at in Pornhub? George, I don't know whether you're still here. Do you know what they're looking at in Pornhub?
No, I am not versed in the ways of the porns.
Let me just tell you, because I like to know what people really get down with. Okay? In Oman, the top search for Pornhub is MILF. Mother, I would like to fuck. So that should tell you something about the society there. That it's a female-dominated society, because if that's what you're looking at, it's the same thing in South Africa. It's all about mothers. So you guys are allowing your women to lead you, and before long, Islam will disappear and somebody else will take you over. There's going to be somebody who's going to come in and just destroy you, because now you're going to invite the foreigner to come in. When was it? I don't know whether they've had the World Cup. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I don't know whether it was... why are they having the World Cup, the Football World Cup?
Qatar. It's happening this November.
And what did Qatar say? They said, we're not going to mix our people with the people who are coming from outside. And one thing is, we shall not allow sex. We shall not allow you guys to do this and do that and do that. Because we have to protect what we have. Isn't that the case? Isn't that what they have done?
No, Kibe, they've said they will create zones for such things.
But they have made it clear that there's going to be no mixing of their people and these other people coming from outside.
Yes, that's what I mean. That's why zones now for the foreigners, they'll open bars in specific zones.
Yes, but even the foreigners have been given rules and regulations to live by while they're there.
Yes.
It's not just walking in and doing whatever you guys do in your country. There's a certain dress code. You cannot just dress the way you want. Because they have something to protect. What do we have to protect right now? We have nothing. Because we stand for nothing, we believe in nothing. So how do you teach something you don't believe in? You're coming here to tell us about Islam or Christianity, yet you don't believe in that. How can you don't study it, you don't live by it? It's a waste. Alston, who is this? Alston who? Alston Jesus.
That's the Jesus guy. He believes that we are not giving him enough time to speak because he does have a different viewpoint than we do. So this is your chance, Mr. Muslim Jesus.
Alston, go ahead.